Hello guys, it's Glurmit here, and in today's video we're all about the free-to-play. You guys are actually crazy. I thought you was joking when when you all started liking the video. But yeah, today's episode is going to be around about 45 minutes to an hour long. I'll try my best to get to an hour long, but if I run out of things to say, then yeah, it's gonna be like that. So to give you guys a breakdown of today's video and how it's gonna be rolling, the first section, as always, is gonna be just purely footage based, and the majority of the footage is going to be related to Hondo just soloing the mods. Guys, it took me like 2 hours to use up my mod energy, and now I've got 500 again. Hooray. Yeah, he can solo the mod mission at gear 7, but it's never gonna be a 3-star. But I've been using him to do that. I think I failed once or twice. Sometimes you just need to take it off auto and play out a mission. But what I've been doing is just put it on auto, go make a drink, go do something around the house, come back, and then normally it's done, which is really, really cool. So in terms of what we're going to be talking about today, guys, obviously the footage will be footage based, but afterwards, and you guys will look forward to this, we're going to be going more in detail over the teams, the Zetas, and the gear levels we're going to be taking teams to. I'm also going to be talking a little bit about the shipments and what we're buying there. And then at the end, I'm going to talk a little bit about the fleets. But actually, the next episode is going to be fully focused because I'm still not level 78. I've still got quite a while before I get there. Because I'm not rushing to level up at the moment. I'm kind of slowing down with those so I can catch up with the farms. But the Zeta event is on the horizon. So I do want to be talking a little bit about that. So what you're going to see today, guys, is we've actually made a decent amount of progress even in the last couple of days. So you will see when we get to the character selection or character part of the video here, we actually now have, and I'm going to get it up on my screen here to tell you guys, we now have 5 characters at gear 7 or higher, with one of them being gear 8, and that is Hondo. In terms of mods, we still don't have anything nice yet. I just haven't been able to start farming them properly, but we're getting closer with each and every day. I can now actually beat the mission, so that's always nice, but once I get K-Beck to 5-star, which I reckon I'm 2 or 3 days away from, that is when we'll finally be able to do the mission, because we can just bring K-Beck with Galactic Republic, and he's got enough bonuses to get us through that mission. Alternatively, we can also possibly get there if we was to take Kylo Ren and masked up the gear levels. I was going to say relic levels there. That would be a misplay for me there. We're not going to be relicking him anytime soon. We've been unlocking a lot of characters, and I just want to answer one question I've been seeing in the comments a lot lately, and that is people asking me, where is Phoenix? Why is Phoenix not part of the plan, and what is going on there? Guys, Phoenix is part of the plan. I did list it as one of the teams. It's just it's not the first team I'm going for. Basically, I want to just get out of the way the exec requirements, K-Beck, and then the 2 Jedi, otherwise known as Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon. Once they're all farmed, we have complete free reign to farm the Phoenix. In terms of the Phoenix characters we will be farming for the account, it will be Chopper, Sabine, Kanan, Hera, and then we'll finish it up with Captain Rex. Captain Rex is actually found on where is he? Here he is. Captain Rex is actually found on 3F Dark Side, so he is a Dark Side farm. Unfortunately, we just can't commit to that just yet, which is why I've not been doing Phoenix. Because again, like I said to you earlier, guys, we need 5-star characters to do these mod missions. That's what I'm most interested in doing right now. And I don't want to go and do a hard mode to 5-star when I can be using that instead for K-Beck, or using that instead for someone else. Obviously there are other Bo-Katan Mandalore requirements that are hard nodes or fleet nodes, but we're not going to be doing them yet. If I have some leftover energy, by all means, I'm putting some into them just to get a few shards here and there, but I'm not that interested in getting them finished right now. K-Beck, we are. Because K-Beck is a great team, offensively, defensively. TW for GAC. TB, obviously, I'm doing light side Hoth at the moment, and he will do really well there. And he also gives that home to Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon, who will be 2 of my first relics, if not the first relics on the account. We've spoken about this before in the detailed farming guide that I did post, which was almost an hour long. You guys remember that one. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend you go and watch it. So yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting with K-Beck, and that's kind of where we're sitting with everything else. And then I just want to clear up on the Gungans, guys. Let's watch Hondo solo. This was the worst experience of my life. Hondo will solo. There's no chance of him dying. This is the credit heist, guys. But man, it's just stun. Some of these battles I was there for like 10 minutes because the footage is so sped up. It was so infuriating. Like, you just know you're not gonna lose, but at the same time, I do have a life and I do have things I want to be doing instead. Yeah, it's just one of those things. So yeah, I just want to clear up the Gungans, guys. Don't go and farm them if you didn't get given them for free. Literally, the reason I invested in them is because they are actually a decent Galactic War team. They will be decent in Grand Arena at low gear, just because of the whole mechanic with Phalanx, who will be taunting. We'll talk about that later in the video, once we're into the in-game section. And yeah, they're just a nice team to have, but you wouldn't go out of your way to farm them. And the reason why I invested in them, which did throw a few people off, is literally just to show you guys that you can adapt a farming plan or a guide at any given point based on if you think that's a good decision to make. And I started the account, the Gungans were in the events, I got given them all of them at 3 stars, and I thought, why not? There's no gear investment to take them to gear 7. It's not going to impact the account long term. Obviously at gear 7 we don't even need Chirotechs on them. It's actually gear 8 when the Chirotechs are needed, so we could even take them up to gear 8 if we wanted. I don't really see a point in that. We'll just leave them at gear 7, maybe gear 8 down the line. We're not going to invest in them any higher. There are 2 Zetas I'm going to be doing for the team, and I'll talk about that later. Again, these are not Zetas we're going to be doing early. These are ones we're going to be doing later on when we have more Zeta income. But that's just to make a team usable that we wouldn't have already had. Because one thing you'll learn, guys, through the series, at least I'm hoping, is I kind of want to counter the notion with account building that in the early stages of Grand Arena that you just have to take everything on offense because there's nothing you can set. And guys, there are teams which you can still set, and there are teams that you can still use on offense. And Gungans are one of those teams that they have so many teams that they hard counter even without Jar Jar, and even at low gear, because of the taunting, because of the shield generator and the whole mechanics there. So it's something that hopefully I'll be able to show you value throughout the series, and maybe we will actually get some decent wins with low gear Gungans. Obviously they are going to need good mods, but we can get that later on down the line. Because the nice thing about Gungans is they're always critting, and the big thing is they're always doing exposed damage. And when you're hitting exposes, gear levels are relevant, because the expose is not your damage, it's their health turned into damage, right? So it doesn't matter if you're going up into relic or non-relic, as long as you're not dying, your Gungans are going to be doing a good job. And in the world of Lightspeed bundles, I do think there will be some of those low-hanging fruits that we can actually send the Gungans in, meaning we could set teams like Quebec with eventually our, Relic 7 Jedi to go with, which would be a good team. So it's just something to think about. Obviously, don't go out and farm Gungans, guys. I'm not telling you to go do that. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of clear that one up. Hondo, if I could go back and change the farming guide in any way now I've started, I would actually include Hondo as the first Cantina farm. So if you guys are watching this and you watch that guide, and I do recommend go farm Hondo. If you bought the Hyperdrive bundle, I would say don't bother going for Hondo, because you're going to have the other characters geared up. But in a world in which you level up so quick, guys, there's no harm in getting Hondo. He's an easy, quick farm. He's not hard to gear up. You can get him up to gear 7, gear 8, and once he's there, you will be able to beat every mission in the game. Now, that doesn't mean they're all going to be 3 stars. It really doesn't. But you will at least be able to do the missions. We've also been working on the Grandmaster Yoda event. I mainly did that for the crystals, but we've almost got him unlocked. And he could go into that team as the 5th. I don't think he will. I think Grandmaster Yoda's going to go on the bench. But there is always an opportunity to use him. And the reason we wanted those crystals, guys, is I just wanted to get Vader to gear 7. The reason being, I'm trying to buff up my fleets. I'm really struggling. Fleets is really tough. You just don't get many credits given to you. And I just can't beat many missions at the moment, even though I have good ships. So it's one of those things. I need star levels, I need credits, and I need gear levels. So basically the Empire fleet, as and when possible, we're going to be taking it straight up to gear 12. That includes Tarkin, that includes the Vader, TIE Fighter, all of those guys. and they do have uses, and they will be used elsewhere, so it's not like it's a big waste in doing that. Now you're going to see me doing some more gear on Gungans, doing my dailies. You get a lot of crystals from dailies. I know it is boosted pre-level 85 because obviously you don't have all access to crystals, at least I'm assuming. I know there was a change in the past that was like that. If that's not the case now, then please do comment down below, but I've always been getting 120 to 130-ish crystals a day, whereas on my main account some days I'm even getting less than 100, so it feels like it's definitely boosted because you don't have the Grand Arena income. Yeah, look at this, guys. Look at how many stuns I'm getting on Hondo. It was so annoying. And remember, each two stacks, each stack of his ransom is 2% tenacity. And I'm still getting stunned, and it's just so painful. So, in terms of more things we're going to be working on throughout the next week, for next week's episode, my plan is to be able to have the mods on lockdown, or at least the health mods to be 3-starred, so I can actually start modding my characters, because the sooner they all get good mods, the easier all the other missions will become. And now that brings us into today's like goal. So you guys have been pretty amazing for the like goal so far. The first one was 35 likes, and the next one was 70 likes, and you still hit it. This one, guys, for 80 likes on the video, okay, and I left it in the middle of the video here, or at least in the middle of the pre-recorded section, because I wanted to see if you guys are actually paying attention today. It's like a little trivia, isn't it? A little test. If you can get the 80 likes on the video, guys, then this Sunday, so the date would be, I think, the 23rd or 24th. I think it's the 23rd. We will do a live edition of the series. Now obviously this would then be uploaded by YouTube as a video, so I'll do the thumbnail and title as I normally would, so you guys can follow along. However, we'll do a live one which we can do a little Q&A, and I'll save all my dailies for when I get on. We'll do it for like maybe an hour and a half, fully dedicated to the free to play account. So 80 likes, guys, and we'll make that happen. That will be instead of a bonus episode. The only reason I'm doing that this week is because next week's very busy for me at work, so I won't be able to edit, a full hour-long edition. So the next full recorded episode of this will be next Friday, and if you hit the 80 likes, it will be a live episode on Sunday. So I do look forward to seeing you all there, because I know you're all going to hit the like goal, guys, because you guys are ridiculous. The love you guys have been giving the channel is just next tier. So yeah, that's kind of bringing us towards the end of the footage section. This is just some Galactic War. Remember, guys, you can back out of Galactic War. It's all like a determined anyway, so you can kind of mix the abilities and sometimes beat a mission that you wouldn't have done before. I am actually struggling with Gungans a little bit now, because some of them are low gear, but for the most part they're still doing the job, and then if I need to, I just take Hondo in and he just beats the mission. The only thing with Hondo is the team around him will die, so I'm limited with how many times I can use him, because I'm not just going to take a solo Hondo in, because he takes a little bit of time to ramp Zetas and Megas, Omicrons in the later video, but we'll be focusing on Zetas today, just to give you guys an idea of what we are doing. Right, guys, let's switch to the in-game footage. So, we are now back. We're in game. I've actually been in game the whole time, guys. Normally I pre-record the footage and then have the recording playing while I talk over it, because it's easier for me to edit. But when it's dark, the glasses just reflect too badly, and it looks like strobe lighting. And I'm not really part of that, guys. I'm not really a fan of that. So I've decided instead to edit myself onto the pre-recorded footage. So I'm doing it a little bit differently today. So I'll try my best to make this video about 45 minutes to an hour long. If I can't manage it, if I run out of things to say, then obviously we will, like I've already said, call it short, and you guys will just have to forgive me. So this is what the team looks like by gear tier. Hondo is now gear 8, and Boss Nass is gear 7. If you're wondering why the Gungans are level 71, I had to take up 3 light side characters to level 71 for one of the challenges. So I thought, well, I'm still using Gungans, so I might as well level them up. They were the highest level light side at the time, so it was cheapest. I wanted to do Quebec, but yeah, as you guys will see, that is going to cost me. Well, maybe, there we go, 2.3 million credits to get K back up, and it would cost me like 1 million for each of the Gungans, so it was cheaper for me to do it that way. In terms of some of the mods, I've been getting some. So for example, we have this mod here. At least 5 speed on the blue isn't terrible. We've got one with a little bit of protection, a little bit of speed. That was a bit disappointing. But we are now getting mods with speed. Some of them are terrible. And guys, I'll be honest, I'm selling all the mods that like this one. I'm just selling straight up. I could be looking at them, but I don't want to get into the position where I'm having to just put rubbish mods on people. I would rather, especially when we don't need that many mods, like we only have like 10 characters to mod. So yeah, you know, that defense primary could roll. But do we want to be wasting slicing mats on a defense primary triangle? Probably not. So if it's a really bad mod, we're just not even going to bother. Ones like this, these are all mods we will look at. Like for example, that one. I'll be keeping all triangles and crosses that roll potency, tenacity, offense, or crit damage for now. And I'm going to be keeping arrows that roll protection for the Gungans, because I do want protection arrows on them. It does make their team a little better, especially low gear. And then in terms of the arrows, the other ones I'm going to keep is obviously speed primaries and crit avoidance. If we can roll high speed offense or health or any of those, we will keep them, but crit avoidance and speed is the primary target for those, because I do think crit avoidance arrows are extremely underrated in this game. So that's kind of how the mods are going. We don't have many, mainly because I've been selling 90% of the mods I'm getting because they're just not very good. And like I said, I don't want to be investing in bad mods. It's expensive to invest. We're going to be getting so many soon, so we're just taking it nice and slow. In terms of Hondo's stats, you can see, look at that, guys, 19 speed. This guy's just unstoppable. But the protection is very nice on him as well. So in terms of the Omegas, I will be giving him this one, which does give him captive. Once he has this, he's going to be so much better, guys, because he gains so many bonuses off having captive. As you will see, he's going to be giving, is this unique? Yeah, it's this one. He's going to be getting crit damage, crit chance, defense penetration, stacking, and all of that. So he's going to start actually doing his job once he has that Omega, which we're getting closer to. In terms of the Gungans, obviously, like I said, we're not investing them too high. Gear 7, Gear 8 at max. I will put specific mods on them for now. I'm just going anything with protection. I say that as I have 2 that don't have protection, but we will change it eventually. I've been leveling up the lead and everything on these guys. Probably not the best use of resources, but like I said, I don't mind. They're working well in Galactic War, and we actually have a little bit to do on here as well today, just to extend the length of the content in the video today. Vader is now Gear 7, which is really nice. We don't have any abilities upgraded other than no escape for the speed gain. Also, guys, Merciless Massacre will obviously be one of the first Zetas we do on the account here. We also will be doing his unique, and if anything, his unique is probably going to be better to do to begin with than Merciless, just because it's going to be displaying that stealth. We'll do interchangeably. You'll see when I have the squads I actually list the unique, but obviously Merciless is probably the one we do first. We'll do the unique and the Merciless together. Because obviously Merciless is going to be given a taunt on everyone, which just makes it a little bit easier to kill people. But then again, 2 Zetas is quite expensive. Gungan Phalanx, you'll see later we do talk about that. This is actually a really nice Zeta, which is the level 7. The reason being, if the allied shield generator loses 2 or more stacks, Phalanx will taunt for 1 turn, and this is what's going to open up the low gear Gungan counters, guys. So we will be doing that. Padawan Obi-Wan, we're just gearing him up. Obviously, the sooner we get him to 7 stars, the sooner we get him geared up, the better. And then we can start working on Master Qui-Gon. I am going to, starting next week, not now, I'm actually going to start doing it where I do 3 days Qui-Gon, 3 days Obi-Wan, and then I do 1 day GBA. Just to balance out the Cantina farms, so I'm getting everyone actually progressed. But that's how Padawan Obi-Wan's looking. Boba Fett as well is almost 7 stars, so that's nice. I want to get a 7-star as quick as possible because obviously it opens up the shard shop currency and opens up some other bonuses there for us. Tarkin we're leveling up again for fleets. Quebec did get slowed down a little bit, but he's on his way. Once we get into gear 7, that's when his damage will increase because his unique will come into play. So we need to get some good mods for him as well. We obviously have his lead already, which we won't be taking too high to begin with. We will do his Zeta at some point. His Zeta is here on the unique, and what it's going to be doing is when he would first be defeated, he recovers 100% health and protection, which is nice, but we're not going to be doing that in the beginning. Mace is obviously being geared up, but again, nothing too crazy there. Kylo Ren Must is the one which, if we ever come around to farming him, and I'll talk about that later, then yes, we might go and at least gear 12 him, because he would be a good tank to have, but I want to avoid putting gear on characters I don't see us using. So in terms of other characters here that we will be gearing up at some point, Phoenix is obviously one of them. Stormtrooper Han is one of them, and the old characters, guys, we're taking straight to gear 12. And the benefit of Stormtrooper Han is he goes in that Sana team, which we will be building at some point, but that's further away from now. We're not going to be doing that just yet. So if we move into the teams, these are the teams I've identified that we're building at the moment, because you guys keep on asking me. Like I always say, guys, give it 3 or 4 weeks. Or episodes, whatever. Episodes, weeks, same thing, really. Give us, 3 or 4 episodes, and then it will all start falling together. So we have Gear 7 or Gear 8 for our Gungans. We have Gear 12 for our Phoenix. Apart from Rex, they're all old characters at Gear 12 with a low gear Captain Rex, even 3 stars with his Zeta. We are going to be having some fun there. That's a really good team. Gear 12 for Bounty Hunters, because we do need to relic. What is that? 1, 2. 2 of them need to go to relic. Dengar does for the fleet, obviously. Oh no, Dengar needs to go as well. Yeah, so 3 of them need relic. 2 of them need to go Gear 12, but we'll probably just Gear 12 the entire team. With the exception of Mandalorian and Grief, there's going to be no Kyrotech needed there, so it's going to be a nice, easy upgrade. Even Bosk and all of those Carbunties, once we start getting raid rewards, which should start coming in next week, or next episode, that should be a lot easier to gear up. Then we have Palpatine, who we will eventually unlock. He's not on the list of characters to unlock right now, but obviously we do want to get him at some point. So we will have an Empire team. Obviously Vader needs to go to Relic regardless, so it does make sense to do that. Then we have Quebec down here as well. We could interchange Mace Windu or Jedi Anakin with Grandmaster Yoda. Honestly, guys, I'm thinking it will be Mace, because Master Qui-Gon will be the tank on the team. So I'm starting to think maybe we take Mace out. We'll still get 12 him for fleets down the line, because we are going to be using his fleet, believe it or not. But we'll probably rely on Master Qui-Gon giving us the stealth and basically the Force Taunt. So as a result, that means we'll actually probably put Grandmaster Yoda in there. And then the last team is obviously Imperial Troopers. I'm thinking of making Iden the 5th, just because I want to farm her up for the fleet. I will Gear 12 her as well, because her ship's that good. We'll start farming her ship within the next month or so to give the Empire fleet a big boost. And really, she doesn't do too much for the team, right? Because you don't need her. But she's just nice to have. We need a 5th in the team, so we might as well do Iden. And then over time, we change it to Range Trooper. So in terms of the Zetas, yeah, guys, ignore this. I meant to actually put Merciless. But yeah. It's late. I just woke up and started working a few hours. And I made these tabs, and apparently I put Unique. I mean, we are still doing the Unique, but these are the 3 that I've identified at the start. Obviously, you guys watching do not need to do these 2. This is mainly for me doing content creation, because I'm going to be streaming the Gax on a small account, and if we can make Gungans do something, that would be really fun. For all of you, Merciless will be the first one, because it is going to be a really nice one to have. Obviously, Quebec, you have the Zeta we already spoke about, which is this one. I don't know if he has... I don't think he has any other Zetas. No, he doesn't. He does have an Omicron, but yeah, he has no other Zetas. But we're not doing that one just yet. Padawan Obi-Wan, obviously he has a Zeta, which is going to be this one. Padawan Obi-Wan has 5% critical chance stacking for each stack of heal over time on him, and each protection over time. This is nice, but until we get Master Qui-Gon up to a decent level, you just don't need it, because you're not really getting those heals over time. And then everyone else will kind of go along as and when we do, but really the first Zeta is going to be Vader. Obviously Hondo, as we've already spoken about. I think this one is not an Omega, right? This is a Zeta. Why did I say this was an Omega earlier? Sorry guys, I apologize there. Let me have a look. 1 second. Where's Hondo? Hondo. Yeah, it's a Zeta. I don't know why I said that was an Omega earlier. It's a Zeta. Yeah, Hondo will get his Zeta on active. And I think he also has one more. Yes, which is his good business. And that's the one that gives the defense penetration. So Hondo may be a double Zeta, I don't know. But we definitely want to get captive. He is one of our Omicron choices that I've been thinking about. And I'll talk about that more in the next few videos. But we are going to probably star him up and gear him up to at least gear 12, because he's a nice character to have, especially low gear, because once you get his Omicron, the plug and play utility, you can throw him in with basically any scoundrels, and defensively or offensively he's going to be doing some work. I really don't know why I confused the Omega and the Zeta there. It's a little bit of a weird one, guys. So that's kind of how we're looking there. For characters, I mean, I could just go and level up all of these. I'm not really worried about bloating. If anything, that's good, because the sooner we get to 4 million GP, the better. But at the same time, I'm not going to be going ahead and doing any of the leveling up on characters we just don't intend to use. Like, they can stay at level 1, but we will be taking up to at least 7-star as and when possible. That also means we can do Grandmaster Yoda tier 4. We can't do any higher than that, but we can actually do this one. Let's give it a go, guys. Why am I doing Old Ben lead? Get out of here. Why am I doing Mace lead? Get out of here. We want to do K-Beck lead. Alright, let's try this, guys. Live on the old account. Alright, do this, get the offense up. Do this one. Thank you for resisting that, buddy. You are so kind. Can we... Yeah, ability block, that's lovely. I'm surprised he hasn't hit me with the foresight gain yet. It's actually a little bit funny. Alright, go and see it, buddy. Calm down. Oh. The last tier was way harder than this, guys. That's unavailable. And then we'll just do that. I don't know why he's not done the foresight. It's very strange. Normally he just spams foresight, gets protection up, and just annoys me. That was a really easy battle, actually. So with that, we almost have Grandmaster Yoda unlocked, which is really nice. Get some more crystals as well. Can't do any more tiers just yet, but that's fine. Palpatine. We can do these, but I don't have any gear on the character, so we're not going to do it just yet. We can actually start doing the... Really? Oh, cool. We can actually start doing this. So let's go ahead and do some Chimera today as well. So, yeah, we can run these. You get so many good Rebel ships. Even at level 1, the fact that we have Rebel Y-Wing should make this a little bit easier. I guess we'll see, right? So in we go. We want to take out Vader first. Okay. Oh, how I love having level 1 ships, guys. This is not really... I don't think this is going to work, level 1 ships. Maybe you'll see this in next episode. Because I think Vader's going to... Oh, I don't know, guys. We can try. Let's do this. There's some ability blocks. Yeah, okay. We need level 1 the ships and pilots, but yeah, we can do that another day. Any other journey guides we can do? Not at the moment. Oh, I mean, we have R2 we can do. Let's see if we can do a little bit. Just because this is going to help crystals and everything else there. We can do Vader leaders, no problem. We should be able to do at least the first 2 or 3 tiers here. Yeah, I haven't really been through the journey guide on the account yet, because I haven't really seen a point in doing it. At least not yet. Oh yeah, we're good. Guys, this is going to be easy. Vader's going to solo. Nice. Just basic and punch him. Yeah, there's tier 1 of R2 done. And let's try and do tier 2 and tier 3. Get some more crystals. That's kind of the real appeal here for me. Should be able to do up until really tier 4, I reckon we can do here. It's a little bit annoying. You know what? Let's just go there and do the Force Crush anyway. Do this one. Yeah, they were going to start dying. This armor should R2 this time. Do this one. How did R2 survive that? That's crazy. Yeah, punch R2 in the face. Come on, take him out. And there we go. He's dead now. You're dead now. And then old Ben, imagine being stealth, buddy. Get out of here. Right, so that's you down as well. And we can actually do. We can do up to tier 4. No, we can do up to tier. Can do up to tier 4 because we can do a tier 1 royal guard. This Vader's gonna carry us. Oh, I don't know. Actually, they have protection now. I forgot about that. All right. Anyway, do this. Get this one going. Oh, that protection did like nothing for them. Do this one. Do this one. Call the assist over here. Kill Han. Imagine dodging the Culling Blade. Thank you so much, Leia. You are a champ. How does that even happen? Kill them off. Alright. Vader should... I mean, we'll go kill old Ben, but Vader should honestly just have this on lock on. There we go. I'm not too worried about Clone Wars Chewie either. Yeah, just punch him. Basic. Vader is going to basically solo this, so I'm not really too worried there. Get some debuffs going. Kill him off. Punch you. We'll probably just basic. We'll do this one. It didn't give us any advantage. We don't actually have upgraded. That's the reason why I did it, for the advantage, but yeah, I don't think we actually have it. We have no debuffs, but hey, just throw it anyway. There we go. Right, that's R2 tier 3 done. Can we do R2 tier 4? If we can, that'd be amazing, but I don't know if we can, guys. I think we're kind of stretching ourselves thin at this point. Right. We'll give it one go. I'm not really too worried about doing it today. Yeah, we'll still hit them with the Force Crush, just get some dots out there. Hit them with this one. You guys, I don't know about this one. I don't think we're going to have the damage to get through them. Yeah, I think this is one of those ones we'll try. Yeah, we'll try this one next week. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We didn't even come here to do these events. Same with Phoenix. There's no way we use Gear 1 Phoenix. Anyways, that's given me a few crystals, which is really, really nice. So, let's move on. Let's go talk about the ships. We are now about 35 minutes into the recording, so you guys asked for a long video, and it is going to be more of a relaxed theme for the video today, because it is such a long video. I didn't have as much footage because I've been really busy, and some of it I've been doing on my phone in between other stuff. So in terms of the ships we have, if we go by rarity, where we have TIE Bomber, TIE Fighter, Slave 1, TIE Advance. Obviously we need 5 5-star ships in order to do the Zeta challenge. Alright guys, so we're going to need 5 5-star ships in order to do the Zeta challenge. Obviously we are giving 4 of them. I can't remember if you're given IG 2000. There is a chance you get given this one as well. because we've been given all the other exec ships. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But yeah, at the moment, we are farming TIE Bomber, which you can actually get from the Galactic War Store. We'll also start putting one lot of energy into it each day. Here, also gets us Quill as well. TIE Fighter, we're taking up to 5 stars through Fleet and Galactic War, and the second is 5 stars, we ignore it because we can go focus elsewhere. Vader's ship we're buying from the Fleet Store, and it does pop up occasionally, so that's how we're getting those ones done. Slave 1, you can farm here or do Fleet Store, but we're doing Fleet Store for it to make it a little bit quicker, which just leaves one ship you guys are going to see here. So if we go to Fleets and go to Zeta Mats, we're only missing really one ship here. So basically, what it's going to be, and it's going to come down to two things. If we do get IG 2000 given to us, like I said, I probably should know, but I just can't remember if it's one of the rewards, because you'll see here there's loads of journey quests, and the next one actually does give you IG, and for the previous ones, like for example, this one gave me Kylo shards, and then straight after it gives you shards for the ship to unlock it. So there is a chance this one does give you the IG shards. If it does, we'll farm that. If it doesn't, we're actually going to go ahead and farm TIE Silencer and level up crew. So that's how we're going to do the Zeta event. We do obviously have 5 more levels to prepare for it. Due to the speed that we're leveling up, it's just not going to happen straight away. That's just the honest truth there, guys. I'm saving the fleet crystals because I'm just buying the Empire ships, because those are the ones we want to be prioritizing at the beginning. In terms of the fleets we're actually going to be running, though, these are the 2. We only need 2 fleets for now. So we're going to run Empire as our main fleet, and then a Rebellion or Rebel fleet as our second fleet. So obviously you've got Y-Wing there, Ghost, Phantom. Obviously we can upgrade these as and when. And again, we need to be taking all of our pilots to Gear 12, guys, because it makes a massive difference the way ships do perform in this game. We can go and activate you, why not? There we go, let's get into the character. But yeah, we need to be working on pilots to Gear 12. We will be working on Geos and stuff at some point, because I do want to get them up and running. But really, it's just, I said it last episode, it's just a case of everything progressing too fast, and it's kind of thrown me off a little bit. Because when you progress this fast, guys, when you have a plan you're trying to follow, you're progressing faster than the plan. And I kind of think in the future, because there's some of these quests, like for example this one, train 3 dark side characters to level 73. This will level me up, right? Because you can see I'm already at 6,000. It's going to put me almost halfway to level 74. And then as soon as I do that, there'll be another challenge, which is also going to be leveling me up just as quick. And honestly, if I was starting an account again knowing this, I would not be doing these straight away. I would take the extra 2 weeks and slow it down, and I would actually get some more preparation done. But then again, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, right? We spoke about this in the last video. You are progressing faster, but then the trade-off is you're going to be getting the GAT crystals and access to everything else, which you do want as well. Right, guys, I was trying my best to make it an hour-long episode. I just don't think it's going to happen today, because there's nothing else for us to talk about, guys. There's nothing else for us to talk about. We've talked about Gungans, we've talked about Quebec, we've talked about fleets, we've talked about Zetas, we've talked a little bit about Omicrons, although that will be in the next one. Like I said, the next video will be more dedicated to fleets, because I'm actually going to sit down and fully work out what we're going to do. For the most part, it's pretty obvious, guys. We're going to do the exec ships. They are given to us at 4 stars, so it's not as hard to gear them up or start them up. However, we'll just decide whether we do IG if it's given. If it's not, then we'll do crew. And even if that's the case, guys, getting cruise ship to 5-star is not a big deal. Like, it will literally take me less than a week, because it's such an easy node to farm. 10 energy is easy, guys. And if we're doing 1 refresher cantina a day, which I've been doing anyway, just to speed them up, yeah, we're looking at like easily 15 shards a day, because that's what I've been getting on Padawan Obi-Wan, and he's also a 1-star node, and he's also 10 energy. So yeah, we should have TIE Silencer done if needed, but we can work that out in a couple of days time. Anyways guys, that's all for today's video. I did try my best to make it 1 hour long, but we just ran out of time and things to talk about. So with that said guys, if you enjoyed the video, please do like, comment and subscribe. And as always guys, have a Glurmit day.